Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to video class. So, in our previous class, we have stopped the concept with work, power, and energy chapter. And in that, we have stopped in the concept called work energy theorem. What does our work energy theorem states? It states that work done is equal to change in the kinetic energy. Kf minus Ki is equal to work done. Correct? So in today's class, what we are going to do is, first we are going to plot a graph for force versus displacement. Force versus displacement graph we are going to plot. So the force versus displacement graph for a variable force. How do we get a graph for a variable force? When it is a variable force, the force will not remain same. What happens is the force will increase, decrease. So it's a variable graph. Okay? Variable force displacement graph it is. If it is a constant, that is uniform, even though the displacement there, the force will remain the same. That is, I'll call it as uniform force. For uniform force versus displacement, the graph will be like this. Initially, the force will be something. After some time also, after some displacement, the force will remain the same. So, whatever the displacement might be, the force will remain the same, means it is called as the uniform force. Okay. The next concept what we have. So these are the two graphs which are important. So what you can write, draw the graph of force versus displacement for a variable force and for a uniform force. Write the heading in that manner and draw these two graphs. And next what you have to do is, using graphical explanations, you have to get the expression for work done by a variable force. So what is the graph we plotted for a variable force? The graph which we plotted for a variable force is this one. Using this graph, we have to get the expression for the work done. How to get the expression for a work done? We know that work done is equal to K final minus K initial. Am I right? So what we have to do is, first, let us consider a graph for a variable. This is a graph. So after plotting the graph, by taking entire graph, it is difficult for me to get the expression for work done. So because it is not equally distributed. So what I will do is, I will cut this graph into different areas. For example, I'll cut it like this. Small pieces. Let us cut this graph into the small pieces. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. So what I will do is, first let us consider the area of this one. Okay, let this displacement be delta x. Let us consider, let the displacement be delta x and force be f of x. What is the force at that for that displacement? F of x. Okay, let the force be f of x. Then area under this graph for this small region, what is the total area? Can I write? Area is equal to, it is like something like a rectangle. So area is equal to area of the rectangle. So can I write length into breadth? That is f of x into delta x is nothing but area. F of x into delta x is nothing but area. According to our definition of the work done, in the beginning of our chapter, what we have discussed, work done is nothing but the product of the component of the force and the displacement. So this is nothing but a force and the displacement. So what is the solution for the product of force and displacement? The solution for the product of force and displacement is nothing but work done. So now can I say the area is nothing but work done? Because we know that work done is equal to f of x into delta x. But this work done is for a small region. It is for a small region. If we want from initial position to the final position, can I write the same expression as work done? I'll write a big letter that is W. Work done is equal to, add all the terms using mathematical summation form. Can I write from initial position to final position? Work done is equal to xi to xf, that is from initial position to the final position, work force f of x into dx or delta x. So this is how we can graphically get the expression for work done by a variable force. This we have written the expression for of a work done in terms of summation. Can we write in terms of the limit? As we have written the expression in terms of limit, that is in expression of the velocity, we wrote it as velocity is equal to limit as delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t. Correct, no? Similarly, we can write the expression for work done as W is equal to limit as, now it is not delta t, it should be delta x tends to 0, okay? Limit as delta x tends to 0 from xi to xf f of x into delta x. This is also we can write. So we can write the expression of the work done for an infinitely small decimal value of the delta x. Even for the small value also you can find out that is limit as delta x is equal to 0 summation xi to xf f of x delta x. And also we can write it in terms of the integration, work done in terms of integration, that is W is equal to integration from xi to xf f of x into dx. Work done is equal to integration from xi to xf f of x into delta x. So these are the different formulas for work done. One in terms of displace summation. You can also write in terms of limit. You can also write in terms of integration. Understood? So these are the three expressions which you are going to use it in your exam for solving the problems. Okay? Did you get it? Is that clear? Can see now? Yes. I think you can see it clearly now. So W is equal to, these are the expressions which actually it is not at all difficult to obtain the expression of a work done by using the graphical method, because just to take a variable graph from xi to xf, divide this into many number of compartments, take any one compartment out of that, let it have the displacement delta x and the force be f of x. Then I can calculate the work done as area, because area is equal to length into breadth. Length is f of x, breadth is delta x. So area is equal to this one. According to the definition of the work done, we can write W is equal to f of x into delta x. This is for one small area. For entire area, I can write it in terms of summation. That is, w is equal to summation xi to xf f of x into delta x. We can also write in terms of limit. We can also write in terms of integration. So what is the heading for this? Graphically obtain the work done by a variable force. Graphically obtain the work done by a variable force. Okay. Next, shall I move for the next one? That is, now you have to prove the work energy theorem for a variable force. How to prove the work energy theorem for a variable force? Yes. Well, we write one heading now. Prove the work energy theorem for a variable force. Prove work energy theorem for a variable force. Work energy theorem for a variable force. We know that expression for kinetic energy is, what is the expression for kinetic energy? K is equal to half mv square. We know that kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square. I think as in the class how you write the notes, how you used to write the notes, similarly when I explain, I think you can write it, correct? See, we know that expression for kinetic energy is K is equal, so you have to write kinetic energy is K is equal to half mv square, correct? Differentiate both the sides. Okay, you first differentiate both the sides with respect to time. dt. Differentiate both the sides with respect to the time dt. So when we differentiate, what we get? D by dt of. However, you have finished differentiation, correct? So it's easy for you to differentiate. D by dt of k is equal to d by dt of half mv square. Correct? dk by dt is equal to d by dt of half mv square. So dk by dt is equal to, which is constant here? Half is constant. Whether mass varies? No, mass will always remain constant. So let us keep the constant outside. Then we can write d by dt of v square. What is the differentiation of v square? Half m is constant. Differentiation of x to the power n is n into x to the power n minus 1. So 2 into v to the power 2 minus 1. That is 1 into dv. There is chain differentiation. So can I write dk by dt is equal to, see here, 2 gets cancelled. Correct? After, if 2 gets cancelled, so what is remaining? M into v to the power 2 minus 1 is 1 mv into dv. Correct? dv by dt. Sorry. dv by dt. Why it is dv by dt? Because differentiation of v square is 2v. So one more v will remain. That we can write it as dv by dt. We call it as a chain differentiation. What do we call it as? Chain differentiation. Okay. So we call it as a chain differentiation. So is this clear now? Can see the board clearly? Okay, we call it as a chain differentiation. So 2 gets cancelled. V to the power 2 minus 1 is V dV by dt. So I can write m into V into dV by dt. Correct? Next, what can I write further? Can you help me? What is dV by dt? Differentiate velocity with respect to time. Yes, you're right. It's nothing but acceleration. Thank you. If it is acceleration, what happens to the expression? dk by dt is equal to mva. Correct? But what is m into a? According to Newton's second law, we can write F is equal to ma. This implies dk by dt is equal to F into v. Correct? dk by dt is nothing but what? F into v. How can we write velocity? See, you know that dv by dt is a. Can we write velocity as dx by dt? Yes, we can write. So what happens to the expression? dk by dt is equal to F into dx by dt. Why do we write in that format? Is I don't want this denominator. Now I can remove it off. Correct? No? I want to remove the denominator. That is why we write velocity in terms of displacement. So dk by dt is equal to F of dx by dt. dt gets cancelled. So what is remaining now? dk is equal to F into dx. Correct? dk is equal to F into dx. Now let us integrate it. Okay, from initial to final position. Integrate it from initial to final position. So integration from k initial to k final. Integrate it from k initial position to final position. dk is equal to integrate it from, now here it is dx, so xi to xf, f into dx. Okay, integrate both the sides. So what do we get? Integration from xi to xf dk is equal to integration from xi to xf. This is ki to kf. This is xi to xf into f of x into dx. So integrate it. So dk and integration, d and integration sign will go. Only k will remain. From where to where? From initial to final. Write the limits. Okay, don't forget to write the limits. Is equal to integration xi to xf f into dx. According to our earlier expression, do you remember what is integration xi to xf f of x into dx? Yes, it is nothing but work done. So we can also write, see, we'll apply this first, then we'll write. So answer, this will be equal to what? W, because W is equal to integration from xi to xf f of x into dx. So I can write, in apply the limits, upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit is kf minus lower limit ki is equal to work done. This is nothing but our work energy theorem. Since W is equal to integration from xi to xf f of f into dx, or f of x into dx. Understood? Any doubts? So whatever, once again we will discuss. We have to prove work energy theorem for a variable force. So what we have to do? First, let us consider the expression of the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, we know that kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square. let us differentiate both the sides with the respect to the time dt. So dk by dt is equal to d by dt of half mv square. So differentiate, take half and m is constant, write it outside, d by dt of v square. So differentiation of v square is 2 into n, x to the power n is n into x to the power n minus 1. So I can write 2 into v to the power 2 minus 1 into differentiation of that term or v, that is dv by dt. So what do we get? M gets cancelled. V to the power 2 minus 1 is v. So dk by dt is equal to mv dv by dt. We know that dv by dt is nothing but acceleration. So we can write dk by dt is equal to mva. But according to the Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. So I can write dk by dt is equal to fv. Or dk by dt is equal to v. Velocity we can write in terms of displacement as dx by dt. So I can write dk by dt is equal to f into dx by dt. dt gets cancelled. So dk is equal to f into dx. Integrate both the sides. We get integration from xi to xf. That is for dk, we'll write ki to kf. For x, when it is there, then xi to xf. K of x, integration of dk is k. We'll apply the write the limits ki to kf and write this one as it is. But because we know that since work done is equal to integration from xi to xf, f into dx, we can write it as w directly. So I apply the limit here, kf minus ki is equal to work done. Hence we proved the work energy theorem. Correct? Using the variable force. The next concept which we are moving. So please write this derivation in your notes. It's really very important. Okay. I hope you will write it without any problem. So do you need any other further explanation? If still further, if you have some doubts, you can ask. Okay. Next concept which we are moving for is potential energy. You have already come to know about the concept called potential energy in your lower classes, correct? What do you mean by a potential energy? For example, if a water is stored in a dam, it contains which energy? Potential energy. Water stored in a dam or in a table or anywhere, if it is stored, a book which is kept on a table has potential energy. A ball which is held in your hand also contains potential energy. So what do you mean by potential energy? Potential energy is nothing but the ability of the body to do work due to its configuration or position. So it is nothing but ability of the body to do work due to its position. Ability of the body to do work due to its position. Okay, due to its position. Can energy, this potential energy, be negative? Yes, potential energy can be negative when the forces involved are attractive. If the force involved in the potential energy is attractive force, then potential energy can be negative. So you can write this point in a note. The potential energy can be negative when the forces are attractive. Okay. Next concept is about the obtain the expression for potential energy of a body that manifests itself as the kinetic energy as soon as it is released from a height. That means you have one ball in your hand. You are just leaving it from your hand. That is, for example, let me consider this duster. We are holding this duster in the hand. And now what is the energy present in this duster? That is potential energy. If suddenly if I leave this duster, it falls down. Whether the potential energy what was there earlier is itself converted into kinetic energy? Yes, because energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but energy can be transferred from one form to another form. So always energy will never be destroyed. You are just converting it from one form to another form. That is, the duster when it was here, it had potential energy. When you leave it, it will fall down. That means that potential energy which was there is only converted into kinetic energy. Now we know that it is that what potential energy was there only is getting converted into potential energy. What is our work is to prove that that energy is only converting it itself as a kinetic energy. So let us write the heading. Okay, so let us write the heading. Show that gravitational potential energy of a body, show that gravitational potential energy of a body, gravitational potential energy of a body manifests itself as kinetic energy. Manifests itself as kinetic energy as soon as it is released from a height. As soon as it is released from a height. This is the heading. Show that gravitational potential energy of a body manifests itself as the kinetic energy as soon as it is released from a height. So what we have to consider? Let us consider a body of mass m. Okay, write down. Let us consider a body of mass m kept at a height. What the letter we will use for height? Let it be h. Is that okay? Let us consider a body of mass m at a height h. Okay. Then the energy stored in the body is in the form of a potential energy. Do you agree? When the body is kept at some height, what is the energy present in it? The energy present in it is nothing but potential energy. So shall I write it as a work done? The energy stored in it as nothing but work done. So how can I write? The work done is nothing but stored as the form of potential energy. So write down. The energy stored in the body is nothing but potential energy. So we will write it as V of H. The potential energy of the body is written as V of H. V of H is equal to, what is the expression for potential energy? V of H is equal to mgh. mgh. V of H is equal to mgh. Negative because it is downwards and attractive force. So we'll write it as V of H is equal to minus mgh. So what we have done? Let us consider a body of mass m kept at a height h. Then the energy stored in the body is nothing but potential energy, and it is nothing but V of H is equal to minus mgh, where negative sign indicates that the gravitational force is downwards. When you release the ball from a height, what happens? It comes down with the increasing speed. Do you agree? When you release the object from a height h to the ground, what happens? Its velocity will increase. Do you agree? With what acceleration it increases? it increases with acceleration due to gravity. So what we can write?